Welcome back, Ranger Nation, to another Raw review. And what is this Raw review? Well, this is a Raw review of the Deluxe Silver Ranger Battle Set. Again, available at Toys R Us. It's a Toys R Us exclusive. They have ones for the Blue Ranger and the Red Ranger. I think they also have a full battle set for the Green Ranger, but I could be wrong about the Green Ranger. I know Red, and I'm pretty sure Blue has one. So what do we got here? Well, what we've got here, here's the top first. Side. Bottom. Side. Back. The main reason I picked this up is because I wanted a buckle for reviewing, and I wanted and of course everyone wants a silver morpher. This is the exact same as the individual release, exact same. Obviously, as everyone should know by now, the Silver Spear doesn't come with a gun mode, and of course that's the exact same as in the Red Ranger, Blue Ranger, so on. So that has no individual release. So for me, these three items were worth the price tag. I don't really care about the mask. I'll give it to one of the kids in the neighborhood. Or hang it up somewhere. I don't know. I'm sure they'll have some fun with it. Anyway. Moving on. This Ranger. This TRU exclusive gives us quite a bit of things. It is, since this is an actual concealed box, I have to use my box cutter to open her up. So Go Mighty Box Cutter with Ranger. I might actually keep this box, add to my few boxes I've actually saved for US releases because it's actually nice enough. We've got the blaster, which does absolutely nothing at all. It has no gun portion. It has no trigger. You can barely hold it. If you want to stick a Ranger key in it, you can stick a Ranger key in it. But it has no key turning functionality whatsoever. It's a bit tight even for US keys. It's not even good for cosplay since it's so small. It's a hunk of plastic that does absolutely nothing whatsoever. The buckle, but I don't want to count the packaging. Whew. That thing was tucked in tight. So it's a standard. It's a buckle, same one we've seen before. You turn it manually. This nice little standee, which I'll probably keep because it's kind of a nice little standee. You have to turn it manually. There is no actual latch at the top to turn it. Once you do turn it, you can put a Ranger key in it. Man, I keep grabbing you, Shane. Like the first key I'm randomly grabbing out of my bag of Ranger keys right there. Once you get him in there, he stays in there nice and firm. But you have to turn it manually. And once you turn it manually, it is a nice golden chrome, but I would prefer if it actually more of a dull gold like the back here, because that's what's actually used in the show. More of a dull gold than a reflective gold. How's it compared to the Gokai buckle? I should have a review of the Gokai buckle going up sometime soon. But the Gokai buckle, big thing was, even though it could flip automatically, the actual holding mechanism is pretty finicky, and typically when it's flipping around, it'll fling the key out. So it's not like in the show where it just flies around and you pull it out. It'll more often than not fly out. So that was actually a bad point I gave to the Japanese one. The review will be up sometime soon. This one, they hold in there nice and tight. They're not going to fly out. The Japanese ones, they will fly out. Again, my review will be up. My review will probably be up before this one. You'll be able to see it in my gallery. I'll add an annotation for it. As a quick cross demonstration, I'll be right back with a Japanese Ranger key. got nausea red in here. I'll close it up. It's actually holding this time. In any case, it will sometimes fly out. So, see my review, you'll see them actually flying out. If you can actually find, if they actually are staying in just fine for you, maybe I was just having a bad day during filming, then fine. I mean, they hold in just fine and do the same thing. You know, it's size for this is size for this Ranger key, that's size for that Ranger key. They're all about even, I would say. And there really isn't too much more to say about that. It's a buckle. One auto flips, the other one does not. With that said, let's move on to the next item in our query, which is the Silver Ranger's Morpher. It refuses to come out. And we'll grab the key while we're at it. So here's our translucent Silver Ranger key. Flips up. There's the teeth. This is actually turned on, or do I have to put batteries in it? I'm not sure if it actually has spare batteries for it. Get another standee. It looks like it is on. I'll have a Gokai, have the Gokai Cellular up at some point in the near future. So you can see it's one mask. Of course, there's a slot in the bottom, which we've proven before does absolutely nothing. Clock's in there at least. Nothing there. Here's the fun thing, is that you can actually trigger those without a key, because it's not anything fancy. It's a really huge button down here, and then there's a couple of side buttons here which are a bit harder to press. Hold that one down. And that's really all it will do once. See? Once this button's pressed down in the bottom. And that's it. That is your Silver Ranger Morpher. Nothing else. I'll put silver away with the other keys. The Morpher away. We've got one miss. No visor, which is really daft. It assumes you have no nose. Unfortunately, I do have a nose. As you can see, I have a nose. It's a decent plastic. It's well painted. It's good material. If you can find a kid that it would fit and it wouldn't crush his nose, put some like, you know, some film here to act as a visor, and you're good to go, I think. It's not a bad product for what it's intended to be. But yeah, you need a pretty small nose for it to work, which is kind of a bummer. So you can see it's a flat profile. Even the top here goes out further than the bottom portion. So it actually scoops down as it goes down your face, meaning that your nose actually is crushed because the forehead is further out than the nose portion. That said, that's the end of this review. One Silver Ranger Deluxe set. See you next time, Raw reviewers.